This is Radio Now 95.3 FM.
It is Man Crush Monday. Yes. And today on the program, we're going to be having a very, 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 very interesting guest. I'm particularly excited about this one. We have a Nigerian teacher, Mr. Kayode Adewale. He has emerged as one of the 50 finalists in the 2025 Annual Global Teacher Prize. The Global Teacher Prize is an international award organized by the Vicky Foundation in collaboration with the United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. And basically what they do is celebrate exceptional teachers making outstanding contributions and transformative impacts in education and their communities. This is the 11th edition of this award, and the winner for this edition is expected to take home $1 million. Now, like I said, Mr. Adewale has emerged as one of the top 50 finalists because of his innovative teaching method, one of translating complex mathematical problems into local language, also infusing technology as well. Mr. Adewale is a science, technology, engineering, and mathematics STEM educator at Imaka Comprehensive High School, Ogun State. And he is a passionate educator dedicated to transforming education in Nigeria by incorporating 21st century skills into his teaching practices. He has many awards. It was the second runner-up Best Teacher in Nigeria 2023 President's Teachers and Schools Excellence Award. He was also the 2022 Ogun State Champion and top 10 finalist of the Multina Teacher of the Year, a 2022 winner Excellent Teachers Award by Agape Life Project, 2020 Ogun State Best Senior Secondary School Teacher by His Excellency Dakwa Abiodun, the Governor of Ogun State. If I continue to mention, we would not exhaust it. So yes, let me introduce you, because we had to reach out to Mr. Adewale for this good work that he has been doing and putting Nigeria on that global stage. So we have Mr. Kayode Adewale, our top 50 Global Teacher Prize finalist. Good afternoon, Mr. Adewale. How are you doing?
I'm cool, and good afternoon, listener at home. My name is Kayode Adewale.
Yes,
I'm a mathematics teacher at Imaka Comprehensive High School.
Yes, we are so proud. I'm so excited. So let me begin, asking that, because I know that you are excited as well. I mean, it's not me that's one top 50, but I am just proud. Yeah. So how do you feel to be recognized as one of the top 50 finalists for the Global Teacher Prize?
Of course, I feel elated, and this is a dream come true for me. I've been on this for the past 3 years. I've been on the competition, applying back to back until I got myself in this stage. After winning many awards locally and internationally, Global Teacher have been giving us more or less as a tough time or a kind of headache. Anytime we always get no from them. But this time around, getting yes from them is a dream come true.
Wow, amazing. Before you take us on that journey, because we want to hear all about it, although again we're pressed for time as well. But how long have you been teaching mathematics?
All right, like I said, I started my teaching career in 2006 as a primary school teacher, and I'm not that feeling comfortable. I have to change my service. Not really changing the service. I pick up another application form to join the secondary school in 2008, and I later got employed in 2008, leaving the job of 10,000 naira for the job of 6,005. Just because I'm looking at it, I will do more at that secondary school level. So I started my teaching career in secondary school properly in September 1, 2009 to be precise. So ever since then, I've worked in around about 3 schools. I almost work in an underserved community. I started my career in Ogun side. That is a Pop and Paper Company. That is the school, the school that the first paper companies in Nigeria built for the students in that underserved community. So before I moved away to Ayede Comprehensive High School, that's another Riverine area. Then before I got another transfer back to Odua Comprehensive High School, till I got transfer to my present school, Imaka Comprehensive High School in Ogun State.
Okay, Mr. Adewale, from everything you have said, it seems like it's not about the money for you because, some of us work because of the money, right? Well, you said you left 10,000 naira for 6,500 and you have been serving
Yes, in fact, let me shock you. My head teacher then nearly cost me that, do you really know what you are doing? You want to leave certainty for uncertainty? And I asked him to define what he meant by certainty. You see, when you are talking about my objective, before I joined the teaching profession, I'm a complete metamorphosis. I started as a National Certificate in Education holder, that is NCE holder. And by God's grace today, I'm at postgraduate level. I don't want to go there, but I know very soon my title will definitely change by God's grace. So I set an objective for myself as a teacher. I said my objective is to contribute and be at the forefront of transforming education in Nigeria. I got inspired in the teaching profession at grade 10, that is in SS1. Of course, everyone knows that SS1 is the stage that determines what a child wants to become in the nearest future.
Yeah.
So the scenario happened that my teacher started asking the whole class, what do you intend to become in the nearest future after you have finished your GSS 3 exam? And people started saying, I want to become a doctor, I want to become a lawyer, I want to become an accountant.
Isn't
but
that
the most funniest part of it, those people that want to become a doctor did not bother to go to medical doctor in general hospital to advise them on how to become a doctor. They were asking a teacher. Those that wish to become an accountant did not bother to go to meet an accountant. They are asking a teacher. And the funniest part of it is that teacher, my class teacher there, Mr. Shegun Ogutimeyin, by God's grace today, is the principal of my secondary school today. Okay. I think that's a testament to it's all his effort. So they didn't bother to go to the banker to advise them. They keep putting the pressure on this teacher, and he keep advising them, telling them, if you want to become a medical doctor, you need to be serious with your chemistry, be serious with your biology, this and that. That shows he's a knowledgeable person. And when it got to my tongue, and he said, "Oh, Kayode, what do you want to become?" I said, "I want to become a teacher." You look at me very well. I said, "Do you know what you are saying?" I said, "But that's your profession." I said, "I want to become a teacher." He said, "No, you can't tell me you want to become a teacher. We know your ability." No, I'm not really, I'm an average student.
Yeah.
But I said, "No, I want to become a teacher." He said, "Why?" I said, "I want to become someone like you who will be an inspiration to the young ones. You have been an inspiration to us. You have been the one here for the past 3 hours advising everyone. So your diversity is exactly what I want to, that's what I covet, and I want to be like you." And by God's grace, I know he's so proud of me when he heard that I've cleaned that stage of becoming top 50 teacher throughout the world today. And that's just it. So then another thing, like I said, most of the interview I've been granting, there was a TV program that I do watch in my uncle's house then. It's a mathematics in our local language.
Okay. Where
they use all sorts of instruments, instructional material to guide students. So while I was watching it, I got inspired with what the man is doing. And that was where I draw my inspiration to become a mathematician. Ever since then, I started having interest in mathematics. So by God's grace, at the age of 35, I was opportune to teach on the television. That was during COVID-19. Okay. I know with that people will guess my age. I know with that people will guess my age, so I don't bother. So at the age of 35, I appear on television, and it was a dream come true for me on that day. When I first of all, I got home and people said, "We watch you on OGTV today." I said, "Yes." I thank God that because that teacher, I couldn't remember the name of that teacher that is running that program on television. But I've been saying it in all papers. If they can help me to see that math teacher that is doing that thing, I think that was around 95, 96. Okay. So when I was watching the man doing so, but it's a dream come true for me to see myself in that stage of that man. And I think it's almost the age of that man. I was in the age of that man when I got that appear on television. So after finishing the COVID-19 Ogundigi class organized by Ogun State government, then I felt, there is need for me to complement the state government effort because everybody has started returning to class. And that was when I created my YouTube channel in 2020. And ever since then, back in, back out, I've been consistent creating content. At least I will create one content in a week. I'm an advocate of teacher going online creating content. Of course, there are a lot of distraction. I know possibly maybe you still get to that question. There's a lot of distraction for our children online. Distraction from the entertainment industry. I'm sorry if I offend them, distraction from music industry, distraction from here and there, people posting pictures that are not educative, people posting videos that are. But if teachers, I give them an example during my Martina teachers application. I said, then Ogun State will have 513 secondary school. And I said, if a teacher in a school can be creating 10 content, that is 10 multiplied by 513, and that will amount to 5,130. When you multiply 5,130, multiply by 36 states we have in Nigeria, and you push those one online, meaning that for every 10 content see online, 6 out of it will be educative content.
Yeah, but
and that means teachers, yes.
Mr. Adewale, yes, in as much, you know, some persons will say, yes, if you go online, it can be a distraction, right? Sometimes, and you're watching maybe what you shouldn't, and sometimes that's why they tell parents, you know, this is where you have to come in to also monitor what your child is also watching. And you see some other persons, they also get content from this. This is how they know how to maybe make something in their house or how to repair this. We see our children always go, you know, towards this. But if we talk about this, especially for you who say, you know, you tend to go towards the underserved community. If we're talking about online now, how many of them really have the smartphones? How many of them really have this data to subscribe? So how do you really then make an impact to this, well, I say, underserved persons? Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. One thing I wanted to know that is that research has shown that for every 10 people you see, as far back, despite Nigeria is a developing nation, for every 10 people you see, 6 out of that 10, they are one social media or the other. Do you agree with me? Yes, if you agree with me, you will now agree with me that those people in the underserved community, most of them, because they are not really, the exposure is not that much for them.
Yeah.
They always crave for things that happen in the city. So the very first thing that comes into the mind of children in underserved community is to buy a smartphone, just to keep engaging his or herself, whether it's going to be entertaining, whether it's going to be watching things that are not educative. They just want to be like people in the town. And that is why when you go to those villages, those big phone, expensive smartphone you cannot see in the town, you will see it with people in underserved community because they work. And they want to get
Mr. Adewale, we're having a bit of feedback. We're struggling to hear you. There's a noise in the background.
Okay, can you hear me now?
It's a bit better. If you could just pick up a little more.
Okay, let me try to.
Okay, I think it's better.
Is it better now?
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay. So it's okay. So what I'm trying to say is that those people in an underserved community, majority of my students, their parents are farmers. They are from low income background. But because they are from the low income background, doesn't mean they didn't have access to phone. Right. They have access to phone. They have a location where they can get a strong internet, and they gather there and started watching entertainment. Go to TikTok. Go to all sorts of Telegram. Yeah. When they release any music today, you first of all see it with them playing it in the class. And I was like, I need to take advantage of this thing. I need to take advantage. So I organized what I call Safe Online. So I started guiding them on how they need to be safe online.
Okay.
Can you allow these students? Yes. Can you? Are you still with me?
Yes, I'm with you. You were saying, can you allow the students?
Yes. So yes, can you allow the students to come to school with their phone, even if it's going to? So they call for Parent Teachers Association. When they call them, of course, I've already created a WhatsApp group where I drop my videos anytime I have a new videos with them. Okay. Because that's part of the training I give to teachers. Because like I said in my application, I've trained over 30,000 teachers under a project that I call Transformation 1090. I will still come there if time permits us. So there I normally tell teacher, if you are telling me those students cannot do it, how did their parents engage them during COVID-19? Classes were going on during COVID-19. Those same parents that were saying they don't have money to buy phone, they have money to buy data and everything to get their children engaged, meaning they can do it if they have reason to do it. So I asked the PTA to give it. I took permission from the principal. We created a WhatsApp group where we had the parent. They will drop the video. So that approach bring the parent at the centers of the learning.
Right.
It means at that moment, you as a parent, you will know that, oh, this man have created something on Sokatua. So in prevention, if I give them question in exam for Sokatra and they brought the something home and they were saying, that teacher did not teach you, don't tell me that teacher did not teach you, because we watched the video together here at home. So that is another diversity area that people did not know, that technology has brought in another approach, which is parents at the centers of the learning. Before we normally hear teacher center, we normally hear student center, but this time around it's going to be student, teacher, parent center, and the only thing that can do that is technology, because of course you'll be there while your parents while they'll be using that phone. So that's just it. So it can work.
Mr. Adewale, I doubt we'll have enough time to really speak on, all of this, because it's really, really interesting, and there's a lot I just really want to ask. But it's been interesting thus far. But can we know your journey? You said you applied 3 times, before you finally got a yes. So can you tell us what the application process is like? How many competitors before you got streamlined to 50? And how many Nigerians participated? Was it just you?
Yeah, I'm not the only one that participates from Nigeria. I know thousands of, thousands or hundreds of Nigeria might have put in they might have either applied or nominated for the Global Teacher Prize. This time around, from the record from the Banking Foundation and Global Teachers Prize and UNESCO, we got to know that 5,000 applicants apply from 89 countries across the globe. So meaning we have 100 Nigerian teachers put in for the application. But one thing I see in the application, like I said, it's not a matter of coming up with an essay that matters most, because of course they will definitely verify those information you are giving them. Right. So as for me, I've been in best senior secondary school teacher in 2020. And after winning the award, I was rewarded with 2.5, and I used part of the money to renovate the school multipurpose laboratory into STEM lab. In 2021, I became Outstanding Youth in Ogun State by National Youth Council of Nigeria. 2022, I became Multinational Teachers of the Year, Ogun State champion and top 10. 2023, I got selected for Fulbright to go to US. While I was in US, I was declared second runner. Yes, I was declared second runner best teacher in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. When I returned into the country again, I got selected again for Limitless program in Houston, Texas. That means I go back to US again. So, and here I am today. So all those track of record, they are some of those things that are enough for any organization or in any competition to be able to know that, this person I really try. And I'm already, after returning, at every point that I return into the country, I give back into the teaching industry. I train teachers in what I call Transformation 5130, meaning that I train over 5,000 teachers in Ogun State after I returned from Fulbright. When I returned from Limitless program in Houston, Texas, I trained over 500 teachers, and we established 517 STEM, Space Exploration Club in all our 517 secondary schools. And the Honorable Commissioner graced all my program, because he knew sometimes when he come online, he will tell you anything Adewale is doing, I'm always in support, because I know he will never give us a wrong information. Amazing. So that's just it.
So was this the things that you submitted that got you into the competition, and is that what got you to the top 50 as well? What were the processes? How did you now get streamlined to top 50?
Of course, yes. Nobody will come back and tell you how it looked like, because nobody bothered to ask me when I used to get no for answer. Nobody bothered to ask me. Yes. I know many of my friends will be asking me, hey, Adewale, your name did not make up. I said, it's none of your business. Since I'm still on this track, in 2018, it was the turn of my mentor, Odewala, and Aloto. In 2020, it was turn of Okwefa. In 2019, it was turn of Sojime Gbowo. 2020, turn of Okwefa. 2021, turn of Adeola Adefemi and Shegun. 2022, it was turn of Stephen and Dr. Peace. So, of course, while those things were coming up, I didn't bother, because I know it will get to my turn. Since I did not get started, I'm still on the queue. So today is my turn. If you are still on the queue and you are not started, it will be your turn tomorrow as a dedicated teacher.
So how then will the winner emerge? Because do people need to vote for you, or is this still your work that will speak for you?
Yes. Now it is. Now I'm the only one in Nigeria. What I want from Nigeria is a full support. Let them, those people that have seen my project on what I call teaching in mother tongues, those people that have been under my training as a teacher, let them go to Global Teachers Price Facebook page or their social handle, say something about me.
Okay.
Because we don't really know what they were going to use, but I know they will definitely, whatever you are saying there will be a testament to what I put in my application. If people come there that, oh, he's lying that he has trained over 30,000 teachers, they will know definitely this guy is lying to us. See people from his country saying this. But if people can come online and say something good about me, I think it's going to give me better chances to win, to emerge as the winner. And of course, I've told, like I released to media, I've told them I'm going to spend my 1 million naira if I win by God's grace.
How is that?
Yes, I'm going to make sure. Yes, you want to know more about that? By God's grace, one thing I want to educate people is that $1 million is not something they will give you at once. It's an installmental. They will be giving you what we learned from the past winner. Is that they will be giving you $100,000 every year for the next 10 years to do a project. So the project I want to do is that I'm releasing 20% of my money to those people that will qualify to the top 10. The next 20% will go to all the past top 50 teachers in Africa. They will have one project or the other they want to do. I'm going to give them part of the money, which is going to be 20%. The next 10% is going to be for my students from underserved community. Any student from underserved community will apply for a competition, and I'll be running a television program. Of course, I can still get to you. I'll be running a radio program. Any student from underserved community that can call in, that can answer questions raised, they will be winning prizes. So the next 10%, I'm going to build an innovation hub in my school, Imaka Comprehensive High School, in the name of Banki Foundation Hub. And the last 40% is going to be for my project. 2 projects. The first project is Transformation 1090, which means I'm trying to reach out to at least 10 teachers in each of the 109 senatorial districts we have in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And that is why I call it Transformation 1090. That is 109 multiplied by 10 will give me 10,090. So if I could be able to reach out to 10,000 or 10 teachers from each senatorial district, of course, my pedagogical approach, which I call culturally relevant pedagogy, will be known to all of them. And all of us can adopt that style to see the transformation we need in Nigerian classrooms.
So I was going to ask that because we have to wrap up now. You have talked about, using 21st century approach to also teach the students, and you do that again using the local dialect. Because I checked your page, Ijebu, and I'm like, I'm so proud because I'm an Ijebu person. And I saw when you were doing 3 times 4, and you drew horizontal, vertical lines. But again, if we look at it, what are the other challenges? Because maths was very difficult for me in school, and this is an important subject. And many people also find maths difficult. So how can others, maybe not just in mathematics, in other areas where they find it difficult, how can they use this innovative approach? You do Hausa, Yoruba. What about the Igbos? So how can people come together to ensure that education is more enjoyable, more understandable for people, to be able to at least understand it?
Yeah, thank you very much. That is why I said I'm embarking on Transformation 1090. If I'm able to explain my concept to 10 teachers from each of 109 senatorial districts in Nigeria, of course, definitely the method or the approach will become a national issue. And everybody, of course, it's already a national issue. Now people are like, who is this guy talking about using the modern tongue? It worked for me in my own classroom. And it raised from my students from higher education potential of 20% to 80%.
So there's been success rate.
Yes. As a result of using what I call culturally relevant pedagogy. What is culturally relevant pedagogy? It's using the locally made material, local things around you, in conjunction with the language to simplify complex terms in STEM. I want to teach my student terminologies in chemistry. There are things I can use around us. It is not necessary I go ahead and start talking about pizza. I want to teach business mathematics. I don't need to be talking about dollar. I don't need to be talking about pounds. Talk about naira, they can see. I want to teach students solid shape. I don't need to go and be talking about things that are not around them. Use things that are around them and make sure you use what we call hand-on activity. These are some of those things I got exposed to for my 46 days in US classroom. They always allow them on what we call hand-on activity. When I got to Houston, Texas again last year, I can see all what they are trying to tell us is that talking about hand-on activity. And I so much believe in what I call inquiry-based method.
This is Radio Now 95.3 FM.